Just reacting to yesterday, I mean, it went all the way down to the last hour and so in terms of the signings. How pleased are you with this transfer window?
No, as always, it was a hard work for all of us, of course. As I said during the last month, and I have to repeat, the market is really tough for all the clubs around the world. It's being tougher. Even some clubs with more power and with the big budgets, the things are not easy to them, and of course for other clubs is different. And of course we planned and we tried during last 2 months and a half, and before the last day we are really happy and pleased with our performance, with the work, with the players that we had inside. Of course, the other players, they come to add something and to create enough numbers for the competition that you are playing. I have to say that not myself, but we as a club, we are pleased. Firstly, because the players we kept from the last season, they are the biggest platform for us and the best platform for us to go ahead. And of course, we try to add some experience, some quality, some different backgrounds behind the new players for our football club. I have to mention as well, I think it's important, 2 players they left our football club the last few days was Joe Bryan and yesterday Paulo, players that they were really important for us last season. Like some of the others, they left in the end of last season, but Paulo and Joe, 2 different situations. Joe is being a great servant for this football club, was important in some important moments. The last promotion with last season, 3 seasons ago with the promotion as well, was really important in the playoff. New challenge for him in a different country, I think will be really good for him as a new challenge, and we are always supporting him and wish the best for him. Great professional in this football club, and we wish all the best for him. And Paulo, it was different, short period here, just 1 season, but we wish all the best for him, and I hope that things goes in really well for both. And regarding the squad, that's it.
One of those players that you signed on for a new challenge is Willian, who obviously previously has been at Arsenal and at Chelsea. What was the thoughts around signing him as a player and bringing him to a club like Fulham?
As you know, we had some really bad luck with the 2 wingers from the beginning of the season. One of our new signings last July, it was Manor Solomon, a player that we believe that will be a really important player for us. Unfortunately, got a long-term injury in the knee, and after came the bad news with Harry Wilson as well, created a scenario that we didn't expect, to be honest. And of course, in that moment, instead of just 1 winger, we have to look for two wingers to add for our squad. Willian was a good opportunity in the market, gave us the chance to have a player, firstly because he was free, but the main thing for us is always the quality and what he can add for us, and William can add so many good things for us, and different things, different profile that some players that we had, and with his experience, really a player that wants to come back to Premier League and wants to challenge again himself in Premier League. That is a good thing, and for us is the main thing. Apart from the quality, that is really important. The main thing for us, all the players that they are right now in our football club, they wanted really to be here. The players that we kept, as always, as I said, they are the most important ones, and the others that they come for this football club, that they are the best ones in the world for me right now. They wanted really to come here. Players that they come from different countries, different clubs, top clubs in Premier League, and they wanted really to join our football club and to embrace the challenge with us. And for me, it is really important. And because that most of them, they are settling really quick and enjoying the moments with us, and this is the main thing for me.
You said earlier on that you were impressed with him in the few days or weeks that he trained with you. Is he someone likely to start for this weekend or be named in the squad?
As always, the players, they will be the first ones to know what will be the 11. Of course, William is a new signing, but he's a player that has been working with us probably the last 12 days, 15 days, I don't know, right? Probably. He's with us, of course, and being working with us, he start to understand, even if he was not involved in the matches as normal, was involved in all the training sessions, and he start to understand some of the important things in our philosophy, in our idea as well. We'll be involved in the squad list for sure. About the 11, as always, the players, they will be the first ones to know.
Lastly, Dan James was someone whose signing was announced very later on in the day. He was someone that other clubs are very interested in, particularly Tottenham. What were the thoughts around signing him, and I guess how much of an asset will he be for the club going forward?
It was a great opportunity for us to get a player with a different profile that we have. As you know, we signed 2 wingers yesterday, and they are different. Willian, a player that everyone knows, the quality, the 1v1, the last pass, the last moment. And James is a player that can play around the front line and more out wide with us for sure, but really direct player, really strong in the space, really quick, and will give us something different as well. This is what I'm trying to find always, to have different profiles during the game, to change or start in a different way, and after change during the game, and it will be really important for us. He's a player that I really believe can be really important for us, and that's something different for us as well. It was again a great opportunity for us that we got it. I spoke with him, I was clear with him what we expected from him, and again another one that went with different solutions for his career, different clubs interest on him, and a player that wanted to join us and to embrace the challenge with us.
Lovely, thank you.
Thanks. We'll move over to Alice.
Thank you. Hi, Marco. A brilliant midweek win over Brighton. Afterwards, you spoke about the fact that you really wanted to control the game. What is your game plan heading to Tottenham?
We'd like to control the game as well. Different game, as always, is they are different. Each game with its own story, and of course we already did, and of course we have some hours until the game to keep preparing our players for what will be ahead of us. You know, they are a really strong side, a lot of individual quality, but really solid as a team. Quality but physical as well. They are a really physical team. All the challenge, they are aggressive on the right way, of course, but they are aggressive off the ball, on the ball. And after they have some individual players that they can decide in one moment. Of course, we know that they try to be always solid. For them, doesn't matter if they play at home or away. They try to play always in the same way. And of course, it's a difficult challenge for us. Really good opponent, but we like this type of games. We like to embrace the challenge. In a great stadium to play football, and is an important thing for us.
Still early days, of course, but only 3 points separate you and Spurs. How happy have you been with the way in which your players have adapted to life back in the top flight?
I'm really pleased for the way you started. For us, doesn't matter how many points is different between us and Tottenham. Is not our fight. We don't like to look to the other clubs. Even for Tottenham, they are completely different. They have completely different targets than ourselves. We'll play game against them definitely, and 3 points there that we want to fight for, and that's it. About ourselves, that is the main thing for me and for our football club. We are pleased the way you started, the points we get. We know that it's just a start. You have to keep being humble and feet on the ground as always, but trust on ourselves and in our philosophy as well, and keep going. I have to tell you that probably with the performance that we made so far, we could have even more points, because I think our players, they deserve it.
Yeah, I know you want to focus on yourself and Fulham, but Spurs, of course, do come into this game on the back of a draw to West Ham, seen by some as a disappointing result. Does that potentially make it a more difficult time to be facing them right now?
They are always difficult. I think they, of course, can look in 2 different ways. If they, for some reason, they got a good result against West Ham, they will be full of confidence. And they want to do the same against us. Probably could be that situation. They drew the game, and they want to get 3 points again. Then you can look in a different ways, but again, we don't look for this type of situations. We look for them as a team, what they can problems they can create for us, how we can control the problems we can create to them as well, and that's the main thing for us. Respecting them as always, as we do with all the teams in Premier League. Respecting the fact that they play at home as well, but we want to embrace the challenge and to have enough courage to play the game and to match them.
I know you've spoken about Willian, one of your signings on deadline day, of course, having played at Arsenal and Chelsea, so likely to enjoy getting one over on Tottenham. Do you think that will have any influence on whether he could feature or not tomorrow?
No, not at all. When I prepare games, I don't prepare games in this way. I don't. I prepare my team, I prepare my players the best way I can, and taking the best from them. And the solutions that I think they are the best for each game, they will be on the pitch. It's not because the type of, or because we play against a team that some of our players they know better or not. Normally, it's not the way. I know that can be a strategy behind. There's always a strategy behind, but I'm not the type of merchant that I look for that and after I'll decide 11.
A London derby at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. How much do you and your players thrive on those sort of highly charged atmospheres?
We like it. Of course, it's tough to play. Firstly, because the quality they have as a collective quality, individual quality, with that crowd behind them in a fantastic, amazing stadium to play football. We like that type of crowds, that type of atmosphere, and we have to enjoy it. This is the main thing for us, to embrace it, to enjoy it, to know that it will be really tough for us. But 8 days ago we had a similar game against Arsenal, and we did so well. And after 3 days we were playing against Brighton at home. That is a really tough team to beat, and we did so well. Why we have to play with confidence, to go there with confidence, respecting them, but just that.
Finally, for me, it was a very active deadline day for you here at Fulham. Was it a day that you enjoyed, or are you relieved it's all over now and you know what you've got and who you've got to work with?
Okay, that's market. This is the market, and we try to do something earlier in the market. Sometimes it's not possible, and we have to be ready for everything. And we know that I think it's something natural here in Premier League in England. The last day of the market, all the clubs, all the managers, and they try to prepare something to do in a different way, probably to do before the deadline. But it's what it is, and we have to be ready. And we did in the last day some, but to be fair, it was some deals that we have been prepared the last few weeks.
Brilliant. All the best for the weekend.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Alice. Would you have a broadcast?
Yes, yeah. Martin, you've had such a good start to the season. I wonder if that's good news with the new additions, that it means that you kind of don't feel that you need to throw them in quite as quickly as maybe you would have felt. You might have panicked and used players in a way that now maybe you can integrate them a bit more slowly.
And we have to integrate them slowly, because you know myself. I think it's easy to understand for the players to come for our football club. First, you have to see quality on them, and we saw. For them to be here, of course, we believe and we trust on them. But for them to get their space in the team, for them to get their space in the 11, it is tough. I think you can understand that is easily. The first games of the season we played, I think at least four with 9 players from the last season. Last 2 games, I think, with 8 players from the last season, and some new players that are already in our squad. That shows that the players that came in, even with high quality players that we trust, they will be really important for us. They have to come firstly to understand the idea, our philosophy, the way we like to play, because some players they are working with me the last 15 months, and I think 12 months, 13 months, 14 months, and that for some reason we are working so far. And of course they have to adapt, they have to understand, and of course if they show more quality than the others, they will have their chance to play. But of course I agree with you, in this type of situations gives time to the others, because the way you are performing, the way you are playing show that we are in a good place, of course, and we don't need to rush some decisions. But at the same time I'm like that as a manager. I have to understand clear what is the idea, and of course when they have the chance they have to be ready.
Can it be potentially disruptive if there are players who are seeing that there might be somebody else who might be coming into their position? Is it?
No, not at all. Not at all. They know from the first day what we are looking for. I think was clear for everyone what was the plan. The players, they know as well. They knew that we need to compete at this level with a normal squad in terms of numbers, and of course I think everyone understood that we need to add some numbers inside. Nothing will disturb us from our goal. Nothing will disturb us from our spirit. The players, they come in, they have to integrate quick themselves in a great dressing room, in a great team spirit, and that is the main thing for us. And after come all the important details in football: quality, organization, but the ambition and the spirit and the very good environment that you are being working so far. It's really important for me.
Is it pleasing that you're going to Tottenham with people not already writing you off as far as this game is concerned because of what you've already achieved this season?
It's not important for us. Even if the people say that they go there and they already lose the game or no chance for them or something like that, for us it's not important. First, because I don't read. That is the main thing. I hope my players, they do the same. Of course, I respect the job. I respect everyone that talks about football, but it's something that I don't do normally. My players probably they do the same, and our focus is on ourselves. What is our idea? What we demand from each other? How much we believe in ourselves, and how much we respect the opposition side as well. And it's not important if the people think that we don't have chance or we have chance. We know our chances. We know what we can do or not. That's it.
I don't know how you train here, but I'm wondering if your defenders can prepare for Harry Kane by having to deal with Aleksandar Mitrović.
It's a good question. Of course, it's a good question. They have some similarities, definitely. Kane is a top striker. Can score goals in many ways. Can link the game in a fantastic way as well. Can press well. He's a complete striker. He's a player that we have to be aware. We have to do our maximum to control him, but the main thing for us is to control them as a collective, because if you just put our focus in one player, will appear Son, will appear Kulusevski, will appear Richarlison, and some of the others, they will be around. And of course for us is the main thing is to try to control them as a collectively, of course, and be aware of some important details in individual aspect.
And finally from you mentioned Richarlison, he's a player you know incredibly well. I just wonder if that helps in preparing to potentially play against him, and I also wonder if he was a player that you ever considered trying to bring to Fulham.
Firstly, of course, he's a player, almost all story in England before Tottenham was under myself. I took him to Watford, and after I brought him to Watford, and after to Everton as well. Very good professional, great talent, definitely. Player that can score goals. He has the ability to score. Even coming from the wide, he has this capacity to score goals. It would be good to see him again. Of course, I hope that he doesn't have a good game. I hope that will be a happier day for us than for them, definitely for him individual as well. And I hope all the best for him when he play against all the teams. I expect exception will be against us. If will help us in the analysis that we'll do, of course, I know him well. In certain individual aspects will help us, but again, the main thing for me regarding Tottenham with their collective strengths and just the individual things. About him probably to come to Fulham or not, we have to understand the reality. You are talking about a player that 3 seasons ago Everton spent £40 million. Now was 60 or 65 million pounds. We have to understand our reality and what is. And I think with this situation I answer to you.